10 Days in the USA. There's your designers, your artists. This is coming to us from the Op Games. Let the journey begin. Travel the country as you chart your course using destination and transportation cards with little planning and a dash of luck. Can you best your fellow travelers in a race to complete a 10-day journey? 8 and up, 2 to 4 players, 30 minutes. Let's open it up and show you inside. Alright, we'll pop this bad boy open. We have a rule book, a travel guide. So let's go through what's in the box. There's all the components. Setting it up. Getting started. And a player's turn. And then winning the game. Example of a winning 10-day journey. So completing it, kind of the requirements and how it works, making connections within the 48 contiguous states, foot automobile, connecting by airplane, making connections to Alaska and Hawaii, and then travel advisories. There's certain areas that have certain issues or certain things you need to be aware of. Alright, next up we have, I'll show you the map here in a second. We have 4 of each of these, so you see day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Then you have this card holder that is used in the game with a bunch of cards. We'll get those laid out here in a second after I show you the big old map. And there is the board. The main use of this is so you can see which states are near what, and then once you know you have a 10-day one, you lay it out there. There is that travel advisories to say see the travel guide for details. So you'll see it's there, and there. So let me get those cards laid out. So here are all those cards. Let's go a little bit more in closer. So you'll see the state, the capital, then kind of something that signifies that state. There is 1 of each state, 10 airplanes, 2 of each color, and then 6 cars, which you'll see right here, or 6 automobiles. Alright, so those are the cards. Let me get this set up to show you how it plays. We are starting the setup of 10 days in the USA. So each person is going to get 2 trays, one that says day 1 through 5, one that says 6 through 10. You're going to lay the map out in the middle. You have the card holder here. You're then going to take all of the cards and spread them out like so. And then not in turn order, everyone's just going to start randomly grabbing a card and putting it in their trays. They cannot move them once placed. So let me just go ahead and do that really quick. Alright, once you do that, you are going to grab all the cards up, put them in the card holder, deal 3 out to the 3 stacks right there, and then the first person will take their turn. So I am going to actually lay these down so you can get a better idea of how this works. Like so. So these are the days. So what is going to happen now is I am going to draw a card. I can either draw from the top of the deck or one of the 3 discard piles and replace one of the cards in my trip, discarding the one to one of the 3 piles. If one of the 3 piles is empty, I must discard into the empty pile. My goal is to be able to have a trip start in a state, end in a state, and be connected throughout. In order to be connected is if they are next to each other, you can walk, so I can just have Oklahoma next to Arkansas. If I want to go between 2 states, so from Oklahoma to Mississippi, I need to have an automobile between them. Then airplanes can go from a city or a state of one color to a state of the same color. So Arizona, I have a tan airplane, so I need a tan state to be able to go to Arizona via that plane. So in this instance, let me just pull a card up. We have California. California is next to Arizona, so I could just replace Virginia like so. Put that in one of theirs. So right now I have a plane taking me from somewhere to Arizona, then Arizona and California next to each other, so I can just technically walk there. So right now, these three cards are connected. Cutting to this, I have 10 days, so I would just yell out 10 days. And then once I do, I'm going to lay my trip out on the board to be verified that it is, in actuality, a winning journey. And this journey will actually help me highlight a couple of different things to you. So we're going to start in Oklahoma. We walk to Kansas. We are then going to take a car from Kansas to Missouri. So the car can only go between it if you can get to that state from a car, even if they're next to each other. So if I'm in Kansas going to Missouri, I can go up to Nebraska and then over to Missouri. You'll notice this little travel advisory there. That's to show you that Maine and New Hampshire only, or Maine only borders New Hampshire. So to go from Maine to New Hampshire to Maine, you are not allowed to put a car between them because there's no state for you to be able to go through to get from New Hampshire to Maine to kind of justify having that card there. But I can with Kansas because I can go up to Nebraska and over. From Missouri, we go to Arkansas. Arkansas is a tan, so I use a tan plane, and that flies us to Arizona, which is next to California, and then using a green here to go to Hawaii. Hawaii and Alaska are considered wild, so they can be joined by any color plane, but the plane still has to match the other city, in this instance, green. Two other travel advisories I'll point out here. You have the four corners here with this travel advisory. You are not allowed to go diagonal, so to go from New Mexico to Utah, you would need a vehicle to go this way or this way. Same thing with Utah to New Mexico or Arizona to Colorado. You need a car because you cannot go through the corner. Michigan is considered adjacent to Wisconsin and Indiana. So to go from Indiana to Wisconsin, you could just use an automobile to get there because of this little land bridge thing up there. So you are going to be playing until someone yells 10 days, lays it out. If it's verified, they are the winner. So that is 10 days in the USA. Hope you found that helpful. Hope you'll go down and like, subscribe, comment, share, and ring the bell. The comment might even be, what was your favorite visit? What was your favorite state to visit? While you're also down there, you have a link to something new. We have a Ko-fi where you can go ahead and buy me a drink for all the videos that I do that you have found helpful. Alright, so until next time, get traveling.